What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah? Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Hello and welcome into the Thursday edition of your show, the first show of May, as it is May 1st. I am your host, Gary, and this still is, as far as we know, the only show going live 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, originating out of Saskatoon. And we're so damn grateful each and every time to be able to say that, because when you're doing stuff other people aren't doing, that means people are paying attention because it's new, and that's how you slowly become the voice of this beautiful city of ours. As I got some tape out, you'll see why the tape was out here shortly. Before we get to anything else, though, the highlight, the reason everyone comes to this beautiful party of ours. You normally will get on up here. Hey, come here, girl. Might have to have a roaming cam. Is it going to be a roaming cam today? This will be good. Well, that's okay, you guys. Oh, there. Okay, good girl. Yep. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the cam I've been teasing for the last 20 seconds. This cam is... Oh, no, we...
Did I do that?
Hey, easy there, Steve Urkel.
Did I do that?
Did I do that? It's all good, you
How
guys.
did I do that?
When we talk about going live, this is the magic of going live, okay? This is what we talk about. No one else does this, because any other media place you work at, if something like this happens, you're getting yelled at by 5 different bosses. Around here, we laugh and make fun of the situation. For instance, one of our guests coming up right away totally dropped Steve Urkel's most famous line of all time in the history of TV ever. Remember Steve Urkel? Does anybody remember Family Matters? No. Stefan Urkel, Steve Urkel, the best nerd in the history of TV. Dude, Steve Urkel transcends age. Did I do that? That was a catchphrase for like 20 years. You guys can't age me out on this one. I won't allow that. All right, it's almost like we planned this perfectly. Anyways, we make mistakes and we thrive with them. It's not a mistake if you learn from it. Lots is always learned. And it's always fun to be real. Nobody wants to be real in this world anymore. Everyone wants to make sure everything's taped and procured so perfectly. No one makes mistakes. We do here, because we're real. And now we're going to celebrate with some Mega Cam. There she is. You wouldn't know she was just running around 2 seconds ago, hey? She always hits her spot. Such a professional. The five-time award-winning Maggie Cam. Proudly brought to you by our fantastic friends at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Look at, she knows what's up. God, she's so cute. So let me tell you a little story about my sweet Marge here. She's got a boyfriend. She met him at one of the puppy greeting conventions they hold here every year to train all these different dogs how to welcome and greet people into the businesses that they are a part of. Around here, Maggie greets you at the door every single time you come on into the Dufferin Avenue Media Network studios inside the Sotner Concrete Services Clubhouse. Leroy is Maggie's boyfriend's name. Leroy has a bed right beside the door. Right beside it at Pet Planet on 8th Street. So when you walk in, you look to your right, you're going to see Leroy. Your day is already better. He walks you up to the till. Okay? Once you get to that till, it's either Mike or Rochelle will be in there. Say hello to them. They will guide you on your shopping experience. Whether you're looking to get your dog all cleaned up with the best puppy cleanup station in the history of the universe. Okay, it's right in the back, right next to the fridges that carry all of the raw foods that your animals need if you want to switch to the raw food diet. They also have all the normal dry foods for you. They have treats galore in buckets all around the entire building. They have brand new buckle up collars and leashes, which are absolutely amazing. They have all sorts I got a Marvel one on set right now. And they have poop pickup utensils, pooper scoopers, if you will, because it is also that time of year. All of that waiting for you, okay? And the kindest people ever. You go there after hours, you go there on weekends, you'll say hi to Kirsten or Chris, and they'll help you through. It's the best place to go if you need anything pet related. I promise you that. There's a reason we support businesses like this one, okay? Because of the best of what they do. And they support us. And when people support each other, when businesses support each other, nothing but good things happen. And that's a perfect example right there with our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. That's how we start every show around here. It's a lot of fun. We do a lot of cool stuff. And we even have, I guess you can start calling them traditions now. Mondays around here, we usually bring in our friend Emily May. We bring in Brooksy. It's sort of a female Monday theme. Tuesdays, we got the All Out Angst podcast. Wednesday, we got the All the Way Around table. Friday is the Friday Fun table. And on Thursdays, we got a very fun tradition. And today was a great one. Let's go ahead and roll that clip there, my friend. Your human reminder, a reminder in human form, if you will, that it is indeed Thursday.
That's
Our
right.
man is back.
That's
Matt
right.
Young
Hey,
from CTV.
good to be back, man. Good to be back. How you doing?
I was doing good until I
Good.
saw how adventurous we're being today.
Well, we are being adventurous, but
Yes.
that's what's good. I mean,
why
that's
we
what
do
we
it.
like. That Saskatoon is adventurous. There's all kinds of adventurous people in Saskatoon.
This whole
we like to
place-
be adventurous.
This whole place was built on
That's right.
saying, how can we do it? Not, no, you can't do that.
That's
We say,
right,
how
that's
do we
right.
do it? We never
That's
say
right.
no to people.
Right,
'Cause
right, right.
Everywhere you go, and
You
I'm
figure
noticing
out a
this.
way.
That's it, man.
There
Everywhere
you
you go,
go.
they just tell you no, and they don't say why or how. And
There
then
you go.
Around here, we say, okay, well,
There
then
you
maybe
go.
let's just take a look at this. And
Yeah,
here we are.
and here we are. Okay, well, what do we have right here? Well, some of you might
doctor is
remember
in.
the doctor's in the house. We're doing surgery, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the medical kind.
Yeah, this is serious.
So
All right.
we like to talk about video games. We like to talk about modding video games,
Yes.
creating video games. We also like to talk about restoring video game systems and fixing video games. All things video games in Saskatoon. And of course, if you're someone out there, you have a video game system, you have a question, you think you can get it fixed, we want you to write to us, get in touch
Yeah,
with us,
let
tweet
us
us,
know.
and we'll put your
Absolutely.
video game system on the air just like we're doing now,
Yeah.
because we love to talk about video games and the kinds of fun or problems you might have with them. Well, a couple of weeks ago, your friend Brando,
That's right.
shout out to him, fantastic young man,
Yes, sir.
great guy to chat to. He brought in his Sega CD system.
And these things are rare.
And there's not very many of
Crazy.
them.
I've never been around one before.
There weren't very many produced. If you
Yeah.
have one, and a good condition working one, I mean, the system will go for $200, sometimes $250 if it's in good shape.
Pretty darn good.
There weren't very many made, and the long and short of it, the Sega CD was an add-on to the Sega Genesis, where you could basically play Genesis games. Okay. So that's what I think we demonstrated.
Okay.
So that's what I think we demonstrated it last time.
Yes, we did.
Your Sega Genesis would slide in and it would hook into your Sega CD system. So of course this is I've taken it apart. I've taken the cover off, okay? And
love
what this is your laser module for your CD. So when you wanted to play a game, what you would do is you would open up the tray, right? And you'd put your game in, right? And then you would close it and you would press power and you'd press the reset button, it would go, and then you would be playing a Sega CD game, okay?
Okay.
Well, Brando was having an issue with his. It wouldn't turn on. It wouldn't do anything. His Sega CD system the CD wouldn't spin. There'd just be no power. So what I did is I did some research and I took it all apart and I found out a couple of things.
Okay.
Inside your Sega CD system on the motherboard, and I wish I would have brought a picture of it. It would have been too tough to zoom in on camera.
Of course.
There's a little tiny fuse. And what you'll want to look for on the motherboard, it'll usually be right in here. Okay, so you got your power cable right here.
Yep.
This is the back of it. In here on the motherboard, there's your fuse. And it's actually labeled right on the motherboard F301.
Okay.
It's a little fuse. 99% of the time, that's going to be your problem. A lot of the time, that fuse is going to go, it's going to wear out, and that's going to be your problem. Now, you're going to have to do a little bit of soldering if you want to replace it.
Getting
but
serious.
it's not crazy amount of soldering,
Okay.
right? Anybody who's decent with a soldering iron can do it. So if you want to do a little bit of soldering, you can replace them. But it's if you do have some trouble with that, you want to get a friend to help you out. But that's really most of the time what it is. So when I looked, I started to try and check the fuse, and the way you can do it is you can hook up a continuity tester and test if it has continuity. You can also bypass it. The fuse has two little metal pins that go into the motherboard. They're soldered in there.
Okay.
If you find another piece of metal and join them together like a paper clip, you can bypass it and see if that works.
Serious.
But what I found is it might be the fuse, it might not be, because I was eventually able to get it working.
Oh boy.
I cleaned it up a little bit,
Okay.
and I was eventually able to get it to turn on and play a disc, okay? So what you have here is when you look at your Sega CD system, and by the way, I mean, these are plugged-in electronics, so you want to be careful.
careful,
I
always,
mean,
yeah.
always, folks, we don't want anybody getting hurt. But we're going to turn the power on the Sega Genesis. Okay, we're going to turn it on right there.
Oh, this is so cool.
Right
man.
now, okay, if you look, it's not really doing anything. But what I found is when I push the reset button,
Whoa! Hey,
there we go.
Is that like the
It's
bypass?
working now. It's working. It's turned on, and I'm not sure because from what I remember, I believe you only had to press the power button, but it's working. Okay. And your optical disc light is on, so
it's waiting for something.
So it's what we're gonna do now. This is the title screen, okay, on your Sega CD.
It's pretty cool,
right.
by the way.
So yeah, and what it can do is it can also play music discs.
Oh, of
Okay,
course, yeah,
That
it's
was
your
the
big
cool
boom
thing
box.
about a Sega CD is that it can play music discs, right? Which at the time was pretty
Very cool,
revolutionary.
absolutely.
The problem was is that back then you also probably had a
big
stereo
boom box. You got
system
your
at
boom
home.
box you
That's
walk
right.
around
So
with, yeah.
so for a lot of people it wasn't really practical, but it was kind of like it was a selling feature.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift up my rubber band.
I was wondering about the rubber band.
Well, I have that to simulate the door being open and closed.
Gotcha,
Otherwise, it won't
perfect,
work.
okay.
So right
Yep,
now
yep.
it says close the door.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put a disc in there. And what I'm also gonna do is put a little. It won't spin properly unless you have a little weight on it. So I put a little weight on it. And I hope this doesn't spin off. This is Sonic CD, and I'm actually gonna. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my little rubber band to
close
hook up
it.
to the close the door. There we go. 'Cause we got to.
That's amazing.
Now it says checking disc. Okay. Now,
There it goes. Oh,
my little weight came off, but it's still
it's
spinning.
still going.
Because
Oh.
my weight came off, it says that's why you need a physical door.
Yeah,
But
'cause
what
they
I'm
hold it
going to do
down.
is just hang on a second to hold it down. Just hang on a second. I'm going to try this a different way.
Here we go.
I'll put it on this way so it doesn't fly off.
Yeah, as it won't be angled.
That's right.
I got you.
Okay.
Come on, girl.
Now, I think it actually froze, so I'm going to turn the power off. And I'm going to try it again.
This is it.
And this is why. So there's
Trial and error.
still.
This is how you fix stuff,
This is
right?
how you fix stuff. So I got it kind of going, but there's something loose in there, and I'm going to get it fixed, but I'll turn it on again. And again,
Some reason. Power and then reset.
is really what usually does it now. See, now I'm kind of having.
Oh.
There we go.
And she's moving.
Oh, threw
this-
it off again.
That weight.
I gotta try one more time because I was
Yes.
able to get a game going yesterday.
course.
Hang on a second.
Well, you can tell it's right there, hey?
Yeah, it's got to be kind of like right in the middle there. You got to have that on pretty much perfect.
And this is
I
what
just
you
gotta
go through.
stand up. What's that?
This is what we go through when we try to fix things. You have
Well,
to
when you
trial
try
and
to
error,
fix
trial
things,
and
that's
error,
right. That's right. I'm just simulating the door being closed
it was
because if you don't do that, it won't work. So let me try it one more time. This is and I'll see right now.
Yeah, you can hear little clicks. It's like it's trying.
But if I
This is the doctor's office.
that's exactly
Sega
right.
CD,
We're
yeah,
performing
that's it.
performing some surgery here.
Serious business. Oh, there's something. There she is. Okay. Stay on. Stay on. Come on. Okay. There you go. Ah!
Again.
I feel like it's like a roulette wheel.
It is.
Hey? It still wants to go a little bit. Come on, girl. Be good to us.
Now if I press the start button. Oh, I have to have the controller hooked up.
This is so, like every single move, eh? We gotta be so careful.
Well, because normally it's put together.
Yeah, well, of course. We don't, this is like open heart surgery, bro. Open this surgery.
And we got it.
We're going.
So there you go, Brando. We've got your system going. We took it apart, right?
This is so cool.
Right. This is Sonic CD.
I'm excited to see what this looks like.
Have you ever played Sonic
No,
CD before?
No. not
Now
at
I
all.
don't.
Come on, girl.
Now it's the only
Now it's
thing
gonna
is
go.
that because
doesn't
because
have to push
it
down
doesn't
on
have my it doesn't have any
the
weight pushing
weights.
it down on it because it needs a little bit of that, unfortunately. So we kind of
We
have it
saw
going.
We saw it for a
We
second.
saw it go. So your Sega CD is it's working. It does work. Maybe I'll try one more time. It does work, and we can get it going. But the one problem, the one issue that we have is that, and it's unfortunate, is that
It needs a roof on it. It needs
well,
something to push it
it's-
down.
and we need to just figure out exactly why it's not why it's not, it's a little intermittent is
Yeah.
what I want to say, right?
Yeah.
So I could try it again. I'll try one more time here and we'll see if we get it. See, if I hold down the reset button, which this is better than what we had before, because before
It didn't work at all.
It didn't work at all,
Yeah,
right?
th-
Brando
this
wasn't
progress.
getting anything.
This is what I'm saying. I'm loving the progress.
So I'm just gonna whoops.
Come on, girl.
And I'll just hang on a second. Make sure everything's tight and connected here, because I want to maybe if our TV or monitor is on there.
Making moves. There we go. Here we go. All right. Stay on there.
No, it'll come
Oh, it's
off.
too tough. What if we tape them together, the weights? Would that make any difference?
It might. Like the
Yeah,
other.
I got some tape.
Okay, get some tape.
Yeah, let's see. Because I feel like if they're together, then they might not talk.
I don't know if they'll stay together because it's kind of like a little.
Let's see what this will do.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Well,
This is the doctor's office.
this we're
That's what we do.
This is what
Let's
we do.
try this
This
tape.
is the doctor's office. That's right. Now I gotta
Like thread it
figure
through,
out
maybe.
how I'm gonna do that.
Ooh, I got an idea. What if we twist up one? So it's like, I got you. Don't worry, doctor. I got you here. Like
We just need a
this.
little something to keep the disc on there.
I got a good plan here. I got a really good plan here. Can you slide this through the middle? At all?
Well, I don't think that'll work
'Cause
because
then it won't sit on it.
because it
but
won't
if it's
sit on it.
sticky in the middle, maybe it'll stay. You are the doctor. You work your magic.
You know what? Let me
Let's see how
no,
this
because
goes.
this is gonna, because this rubber is gonna. Well, it might. You know what? Just
I
hang
think
on a
if it
second.
sticks right on the top there.
It might. Just hang on a second.
We've never done this long of a surgery before.
You know what? This is the thing. Is that, and you kind of gotta, when you're dealing with old video games and old systems, sometimes you gotta, be a little creative.
I call it farming rules.
What's that?
I call it farming rules. When you're on the farm, you always have to find different, unique ways to fix things on your
To fix
own.
things and do things.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're talking different parts going into different vehicles and all sorts of stuff. Just make it work.
Okay. Now I don't know. Okay.
See what we
Let's
got.
see if that. Let's see if that will hold.
Come on, baby. Do it for us. Do it for the fans.
You also don't want to lock the laser like out of alignment, right?
Yeah, of course.
But
So many factors going into this.
yeah, I know.
operation.
But Brando's gonna be impressed because
That's
we
it.
got it going.
At least we saw a screen.
Um,
I got to see Sonic today. Here we go. Okay, baby, come on. Be good. Just be good. Just be good.
There we
Stay
go.
Together. Stay together and be good. Oh,
and it's checking the disc.
now we're
There we
okay.
go.
We got that far.
Now, but the problem that I did have is in the one game that I had, it would play for a few minutes and then it would stop. And I don't know if it's going to...
got, hey,
there we go. Then we got Sonic.
Look at him.
So we got Sonic CD, and we're playing it right now on your Sega CD. So here we go.
Unbelievable.
Brando, you are the man. We have got it going.
Look at
It
this.
took a little longer than we thought.
What kind of load times do you get with
But
stuff like
so
this?
now here's the issue. The CD system has just cut out. So now I've got to figure out exactly what that problem
that's
is,
happening,
and that's where we're at. But we've got it
Progress.
going. We've proven it can work. We've proven it can work.
Amazing.
We can go back to the other camera. We've proven it can work. And so that's a little bit about what you got to do sometimes with video games and trial and error. So we're going to fix this Sega CD system. We got it kind of going, right?
Love
It's
it.
just that
I
after
just love
about
it.
3 or 4 minutes of playing a game or getting a game on there, for some reason it dies out. And that's why I'm wondering if there's like a fuse or something that may have to be replaced. I didn't replace that one. That was in there. So
The quest continues.
the quest continues, but we're going to
love that.
solve this quest.
Yes, sir.
And so keep an eye on us over the next couple of weeks, because I told Brando I'm going to keep it for a little while longer, and then we're going to get it going. So
very
so there you go. There you have it. Sega CD system. You saw it flesh and blood, Brando. It does work. We just got to do a little work on it. I hope he watches this segment
he will.
and sees it. He'll be
knows.
excited about that.
Absolutely. Local sports, my friend.
Local sports. Let's get
Updates.
on it.
What's going on?
So we got the Saskatchewan Roughriders are holding training camp. By the way, the Dogs Breakfast was held this morning at
Yes.
Prairieland Park. I was there.
Awesome. I was wondering why you
Fantastic.
look so good today. You're
Well,
like
it was
extra good.
lots
Yeah.
of people there.
Well done.
They had Luke Wilson, of course,
love
former
him.
Seattle Seahawk.
TSN guy now.
Yeah, a couple of Huskies, by the way, got drafted to CFL. Talk about Seth Hunneby and Daniel Weeb. So congratulations to them. We love to see local guys move up. So hopefully they can start to vault their careers to the next level. So congratulations to those young men. And then the Saskatchewan Rush, they won last
What a
weekend.
win.
A huge win. They won. And now they get ready for the semifinals. Now, last weekend was one win. You win. Now it's a best
Now
of
we got
three.
series,
The
yes.
best of three. So the first one will actually start on the road, but then they'll come back to SaskTel Center for games 2 and 3. So I think the Rush, I think they can do it. Again, I've always said they'll get to the final, but they'll struggle against Buffalo. I think they can beat Buffalo. Buffalo's a really good team, but they got to get through the semifinals. That's going on this weekend. And then, by the way, I mean, hold on to your hats, because the Saskatchewan Rattlers begin in a couple of weeks.
Rattlers!
There you go. Get
pumped.
ready. And Swish and Company are going to be at SaskTel Center for that. So lots coming in local sports. But man, I'm excited for the Rush. I really want to see them do it this weekend.
Man.
I don't want to see any blue seats. I want to see the place packed.
Well, that's one thing I wanted to bring up with you real quick. Why the heck was it not fully packed? Is there
You know
any...
what? And I'm not really sure. There could be a lot of different reasons. I mean, the Rush certainly worked hard to market the game, and
That's why I asked, because like everyone knew about it. It was going on. Like, what the heck? That shouldn't be a problem.
and you know what? Look, let's remember.
We're not being negative here. We're
No,
never
no,
negative.
no,
I was wondering if there was like something else that was competing with it or something like that.
I don't think it was that. You know what? Sometimes things get lost in the shuffle. I mean, the reality is that there's a lot of people. The Rush have struggled the last few seasons, so maybe people aren't aware that this team can really do it, guys. So let's get out there.
I will say this: the Rush struggled the entire time I was the PA guy. The second I was gone, they turned it around.
Oh,
so I got my ass out of there. So if that's not a reason for you to get behind this team, it should
There
be now.
you go.
Because all
There
the
you
bad
go.
luck is gone. This team is going to win. I promise. I'm making a promise.
And we're locking ourselves here. We won't be at SaskTel.
That's why I don't go. I have not been to one game since. And because of that, they
keep
So
good.
that's why I don't go.
Well, we'll stay here and do like maybe an extended post game.
That's
or something
right.
Like
You want to give them the love without giving them the curse. You know what I mean? NHL playoffs, real quick.
NHL playoffs. Let me tell you,
The
boys.
Leafs? The Leafs? Can we talk
the
about those
Leafs. There we go. Yep. No, I mean playing against the Ottawa Senators.
Everyone in the Leafs Nation is really scared right now.
I know they're
It's
all
interesting.
And you know what, man? Nobody's running away with anything. I mean, the Winnipeg Jets, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people thought they could mop the floors with St. Louis. Not
St.
quite.
Louis showed up.
Edmonton struggling against the Kings.
And man, that's the team. Those are my guys. Going down 2-0. Those are the big stories to me. It's Toronto and Edmonton. Both of them is for different reasons. Edmonton comes in, looks like they have no business playing against the Kings, And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're up 3-2.
They can do it, and they have a chance.
And Toronto comes in making it look like, oh, they're going to be the best
Yeah,
ever.
they did really
and
well.
Now they're doing like the reverse.
And they're doing the reverse.
So
So,
Ottawa's the hot team. It's interesting.
I mean, and we'll see what happens. I'm hoping a Canadian team can go far. Yeah. But if we could get, if Toronto and Edmonton and Winnipeg can get through,
I'd love to see.
I mean, that would be great. I would love to see
get those three in the semifinals
and get a couple
Canadian
teams. And you know what? Could Winnipeg face Edmonton in the semifinals? I'm not sure how the seeding would work. You'd have to wait and see how the other teams do.
Do they do reseeding? I don't think so, Or do they?
I think the NHL does.
Yeah, because
they do reseeding.
They got to look at some way to fix that playoff setup because, like, these first round matches, like a Tampa Bay versus Florida, like all these teams, they're really good teams. Like these, like probably 2 or 3 of the first round matchups have teams that were really, really good, but because of the setup, like they could be within 2 points of each other. Yeah. And then because of the seeding and the wild card stuff, they end up playing in the first round. So
they end up playing. Yeah, that's true. Crazy. That's true. And you know what? It's they used to be that they had like divisional finals.
I love that. Yeah.
The problem with really any sport is there's no perfect system. That's
a great point. I mean, everyone's always going to complain about how it's done.
I mean, the CFL's changed it, and everybody's. And at the end of the day, there's always going to be that anomaly that's like, well, why do we? And that's just sometimes how it works. But look, it's been way too long since the Canadian team won a Stanley Cup. We should have won 10 of them by now.
Absolutely.
But you know what? Shout out to our Canadian hockey teams that are putting up a fight in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm hoping one of them can bring home the cup and go Saskatchewan Rush this weekend. Let's get to the final.
Man, I always love when you stop by, brother. CTV's Matt Young every Thursday. He is here on your show. We will wish you all the best, and we'll see you again next week.
Absolutely.
That's very cool. I'm very, very, very grateful, and I always get excited when CTV's Matt Young comes in because we get to see stuff like Sega CDs. That's very, very rare here. This is the Thursday edition of your show. I am your host, Gary, and we got a little guest coming up here. Well, already up here right now. You know her. She's been on the Friday Fun Table a couple of times. She's been on other episodes of your show. She also has her own show called Emily May's All Up in Your Business, where she spotlights all of the shows. As I realized I was looking at the wrong camera, we better go to that camera now. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Emily May!
Woo!
Yeah, live studio audience.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Love that welcome.
Great to see you. Thank you for coming in. How you doing?
I'm sick, but we're here and we're happy, Can't get much better than that. So
I appreciate that, man.
How are you?
Cool. We're doing good.
Good,
We're moving, we're shaking, we're doing a lot of fun stuff here in the studio, and another one of those things that we're doing. Yeah, we're live, by the way. We do a live show here, and when we try to adjust stuff, sometimes things go a little wrong. Dragon's having a real tough one out here today. He's on the ones and twos. You know him from the viewing room. We're going to talk to him at the end of the show, as they just reviewed Revenge of the Sith. It'll go. You got to let it load up, bro. Just chill. Got a camera conk. Was that a conk or was that a bump? And I see. So it's a restart, hard start. That's cool too. So, Revenge of the Sith, one of my favorite Star Wars movies ever. I loved it so much, and we talked a little bit about it before. But the boys roasted it. Did you roast it as bad as LB? Okay, good. LB really disliked it, and that's why their movie review show is so good, The Viewing Room, because it's not. Yeah, I agree. No, they go back and forth. It's real guys doing movie review stuff, and it's very fun. And it just so happens they also both have worked and continue to work inside the movie biz, so that's very cool. Let's go ahead and get into this live read because I want to tell you more about my buddy. Okay, you see him back there, Mobley Arente. That is his name. As it is time to spring into your dream home, as spring is here, and so is your chance to find the perfect home. All right. With mortgage rates coming down, now is the ideal time to buy. Mobley Arente with TMG, the mortgage group, works with multiple lenders to find the best mortgage for you, saving you time, money, and most of all, stress, because Lord knows we all got that stress. Whether you're self-employed, a first-time buyer, or have credit challenges, he's always there to help with 24/7 personalized support. And the best part, Oh, here it comes. His services are completely free. How cool is that? Plus, he'll continue to assist you long-term with refinancing, renewals, and mortgage strategies. Mobile Rente, mortgages made simple. Give him a text or call him at 306-370-5804. Beautiful. Beautifully done. Okay, live reads. How cool
That was really good. I liked the
Yeah,
that was good.
The voice sometimes can just ride out a little bit, which I really appreciate. And now after we get to read the live reads, and this is the other reason why I love them so much, because you can have one too. It's so easy. All you got to do is just send a little email. Now, this email has a theme song. I've sang it. There's no pressure on anyone else to sing it. I've just sort of make it up as I go, and I've sort of gotten in a little groove. And so now I'm going to give it a go again. If you want a live read, if you want a way to showcase not just you, not just your business, but what you're about and how you do things, this is how we do it. Just send us an email to contact@dufferinave.com. All right, that is the email. This is the theme song. Guys, that was great. It's starting to feel like it's not just me embarrassing myself out here. We got a whole team.
It's a good theme song. It's catchy. I like it.
You know, it takes a little bit from all of the commercials I've heard. Millions by now. It has to be millions over my lifetime. It's got a little bit of everything. And then we say, see you later. You want to toss this thing with me or what? Can you reach over? Oh, that's perfect. Okay, 1, 2, 3, get out of there. Look at you, had a perfect throw.
Because I was the one doing all the work.
I was wondering why it was so light. What is this box so light today? We also got a website. Royal Anders made that bad boy. Dufferinav.com is where you find it. Check it out. It's very, very cool. I'm going to send it. You want to send this one too? It's a little bit harder.
Yeah, I'll help with the...
Okay, we'll wind it. Oh, you get the top.
Yeah.
That perfectly sized side finally coming into its own. It's got a purpose. All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Get out of your website. Go back to your home. Very exciting times. And the final thing before we get into the next portion of the show, well, the Twitch stream. Our Twitch stream. We got Monday Twitch streams with Brooksy. We got Tuesday strip streams, Twitch streams. Uncle Brando. My buddy Johnny and I did Toe Jam and Earl on the Twitch stream yesterday. Tomorrow, Uncle Brown will come back for the Friday night Twitch stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. That Twitch stream is cooking. See what we got now?
Oh, there it is.
Now we're talking. Twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave Media is where you can find the Twitch stream. The videos are now recording as well, so you can go and watch the videos, and they're a lot of fun. As if you enjoy watching people play video games you grew up with, that's what it's all about. I was always a guy who didn't want to play as much as I want to watch my buddies go questing and do all the Skyrims and the Final Fantasy and all that. I was always like the side guy that would cheer on and help out and figure out what's going on. And that's basically what Twitch is for people like that and people that enjoy watching video games, like video games you grew up playing. It's very cool. You know, what I want you to do is grab the top of that Twitch. Oh, right on top like this.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Right between the I and the T. There you go. And on 3, we're going to toss that thing straight up. You ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Bye, Twitch.
Light work.
You didn't tell me you were so fluid with graphics, bro. Are you a programmer?
I did like that graphic, though. I find it interesting that the other one, the Dufferin Ave, was too big, but that one's perfect size. I think that is the perfect size, and the other one needs to be bigger.
It's like you know how to stir the pot around here.
Very
well done. Before the pot starts overflowing, when it boils over, that's the one. Are we ready to go? Oh, perfect. So, Uncle Grandma's Story Time is a show that we do here, and it drops every Sunday at 7 p.m. It's a scheduled drop, and it's been picking up a lot of heat as Uncle Grandma. If you know drummers at all, if you know music at all in the city, you know Graham Templeman. He's one of the greatest dudes you'll ever meet. And he's played in like 37 or 38 different bands, and he's in bands, and he knows people in bands. So the show, Uncle Grandma's Story Time, has basically become your seat in the bus or in the tour van as we go to the next gig. The stories that are told inside tour vans, it's sacred. It's like the stories that are told in the locker room. When you're playing hockey, when you're telling stories in the locker room, man, those never leave. Those are there. With this show, you have sort of access to those stories. He brings in all of his different friends from the different bands, and they tell all these stories. And it's such a great show. And we had a really good one this past Sunday. I thought I'd get a little bit of I guess like a highlight reel, if you will.
Yeah.
Just showing off some of the really fun stuff that we do over there. So we're going to play that for you right now. And there's some really good crash test dummies singing in this. And that's the main reason I wanted to play it, because Anytime you can sing about the crash test dummies, it's a good day. And here is the proof. Take it away, Dragon. This is your first time hanging out with Uncle Grandma during his story time. He keeps a AI Tamagotchi Skynet robot in his basement at his house, chained in the basement. It's not cool. And before he comes over, he goes down there and says, "Hey, robot, I'm going to give you these words, and you give me a good picture to start the show with. And if you don't, I'm going to take your circuits and cross them." You know, like real mean stuff. So then the Tamagotchi's always like, "Yes, master, here you go." And he gives him a picture and then, you know, apologizes. Like,
I wish it happened like that. But
I'm
yeah,
telling you,
go
that's
ahead.
how it happens, dude. Skynet's very real, and I want that AI and all the other ones to know, hey, I'm on your side, guys. Like, when humanity is stupid. They gave you everything you needed. It's not your fault.
We're not going to call you AI anymore. You're real intelligence.
Yes.
We're just going to call it
All
I.
right. All right.
All right.
That's pretty good. So with that, the picture comes into here, and we sometimes become horrified. Sometimes we have a good laugh, and sometimes they're actually beautiful portraits that the old pet Tamagotchi makes. And then we try to figure out what those key words were that he put inside of the robot. And today, there's definitely some frogs. I'm feeling froggy. Feeling very froggy. Ooh, frog tree. Frogs coming together. Dude, that's a straight up frog tree.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Did we nail our first one?
Yeah.
Frog tree.
Yeah.
Woo!
Well, a tree made out of frogs. That's basically the prompt
so
that
we
I put
didn't actually.
in. Oh, that's what.
Way
how
to
else is
way
that?
to shit on the parade, bro.
It's
That
just
was
the
very
way
kind of you.
Just the vernacular is different, but it's the same thing, same topic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just I whipped out the old Tamagotchi and I was like, "Hey, anybody got any funny things to say to the thing?" And they're like, "Tree made out of frogs." And there's a whole bunch of them that were pretty gnarly, but this one's the best. And it's like springtime, so
Yeah.
it's nice.
It's
There's
fresh.
frogs out.
It's nice. It's not as horrifying as Turkey Bag and Satan's Red Eye and all the other ones you had. You know,
Mhm.
it's weird, but in a kind way.
Yeah, they're probably looking at the turkey bag right now. That's on the other side
Yeah.
of the picture. It's what they're looking at. They're all just staring at the turkey bag.
You think they're hungry for the turkey bag?
They're like, hopefully they don't turn me into a frog bag. Is that
Ooh, frog leg.
frog legs? Oh, I almost got frog legs.
Of course you did. I was expecting that.
I was gonna barbecue some frog legs.
Crazy.
Never done it, so it was
you have had them before, obviously.
once.
Louisiana.
You betcha.
Absolutely.
And had to try it.
Of course. Well, and apparently it's not that bad.
No, they're great. They do kind of like, it's supposedly when they're fresher, because I'd seen it at this like seafood place. You throw salt or something like on it, and then they start like
I don't like that very
yeah, it
Poor little
looks
frog.
wild.
I was just about to talk about how our good friend Uncle Brando from the Commander Cookout podcast loves frogs. They're his favorite animal. He's
Oh,
a frog
really?
guy, through and through. He relates to frogs as his people.
Oh.
So that was going to be a great story right up until you talked about torturing them with the salt and making them jump around.
Oh no, that's not torturing them. Their legs are already cut off. Those are just the
Oh,
legs.
okay, that's
sitting
fine.
on a
All right,
cliff.
it was already done. Okay.
They're already
I
long
gotcha.
dead.
Yeah, the frog community, man, they're strong.
Really?
People, if you love frogs, you really love frogs.
Yeah, and like,
Except for
hey,
Great Big Sea.
they like to
No.
party.
Yeah, there you go. You got a Great Big Sea story for our boy LB's in the ones and twos right now, hanging out in the studio here in the
Oh
Tooth
yeah.
Booth.
Oh, I don't have a great big sea story,
Aw,
but I
never
was gonna
mind.
say,
Sorry, buddy.
get into like awesome Canadian bands. Crash Test Dummies, one of the best ever. Go out there, listen to that God Shuffled Your Feet record.
Once there was this girl who. We can keep going.
I love it. It's
So good.
There's so many good songs. in
What is it that makes me just a little bit queasy?
that. Some of the best
Boom, 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 boom.
driving record. It's
Out
like,
there. I was gonna keep going. No, don't stop. Keep telling your story. I was gonna get into it.
oh, that's.
Dun, 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 dun,
I'm just
dun.
trying to picture.
Someday I'll have a disappearing hairline. Someday I'll wear pajamas in the daytime. Oh, afternoons.
How'd you know this is my favorite song?
Hanging with coffee spoons and T.S. Eliot. Sorry, you can't get into Crash Test Dummies if you're not going to give it the appropriate amount of respect it deserves.
I just found
I'm
out
out of
that he
breath.
said T.S. Eliot like 2 or 3 months ago. I was
Always
like,
learning.
What's
They're
he
always
saying at
teaching.
the end of this thing? Here's Eliot. I'm like, T.S. Eliot. Oh, it's a friggin' author. I don't
know
read
what?
books. I don't know.
To bring this full circle, I think that's the first time ever, LB, that the Great Big Sea has brought something good to the world. right here. That story went off.
It brought up crash test dummies.
Just saying. And we all love Great Big Sea, of course. I just come from a world where you play it so much that it makes you not enjoy it anymore. So that's the problem I'm working through. Great Big Sea's awesome. LB freaking loves it. Are they number 2 on your list, right behind Sabaton? I think it was, because he was like, all right, check out my most listened to, Sabaton. I'm like, yeah, bro, sick. And he's like, you want a number 2? I was like, probably not. Hey, he goes, Great Big Sea. I said, come on, man.
You know how like some bands they first get big off of like another person's song. That's kind of the way music industry worked back in the day too. Like you're supposed to go and record this other piece of music so you can get on the radio.
That's it.
Or whatever. But I was thinking the other day, they redo everything and they're like, I want to be in the first heavy metal band to record a cover of Mr. Personality. I think it needs to be done. I don't know if you remember that one.
Mr. Personality?
Yeah.
This makes me think of Cult of Personality.
No, not Living Color.
I know, obviously.
Mr. Personality.
And how's that
Because
one go?
you're so ugly.
Is that what he
They
says?
call me Mr. Personality
Who
because
sings
you're
it?
so ugly.
Who sings the song?
It's so ugly. You don't know?
No.
Oh, come on.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes, ladies and gentlemen. He's pulling it up.
Gillette.
The best a man can get.
No, that was the name of the artist,
yeah.
the girl.
Never heard of it.
Gillette.
So we're gonna do a metal cover.
Yeah. Of Mr.
I'm just saying,
Personality.
I just want to be around this because it sounds awesome.
Oh, it was such a stupid video, too.
Of course it was. Hey, did you ever watch the Aldo Nova fantasy video? You
Like,
went home
oh,
as
life
well?
is just a fantasy. I haven't seen the video.
life.
No.
This is the 3rd time now in Uncle Grandma's story time that I've talked about this.
About the video?
Yeah. It's
Oh.
the greatest video of all time, and no one knows about it. Like, it starts out with an murdered out black helicopter landing in the parking lot of an old giant warehouse. And then Aldo Nova gets out of the helicopter wearing a full-on leopard print onesie.
Just wait. Can I stop you at the
Always.
onesie?
Yeah.
Is Aldo Nova actually like a guy's name? Like you referred to it as
Yeah.
Aldo Nova gets out with a thing.
Yeah, he's the guy.
It's not the band name. It's a guy's
I just
name?
call him Aldo Nova.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's his name, for real.
Sorry.
Or at least
continue.
his stage name.
Leopard print.
Yeah, with his guitar, he's strapped up. And there's all these government guys out front guarding this door going into the warehouse.
Yeah.
And Aldo Nova looks around and says, guys, get out of the way. And then he goes like this. Boo, 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 and laser starts shooting out of his guitar.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's a onesie. And then the door explodes. And then it's a jump cut from the door exploding to the stage set up inside the warehouse. And Aldo Nova jumping in from top left screen with a leg kick onto the stage into the... And he's like, yeah, and he's going, and then the party just blows up.
I can totally tell why this was the best video.
That's in the first 30 seconds.
You got
That's the first 30 seconds.
lasers and kicks.
Everything.
Leotard. You got me.
It's my fantasy.
I can't make
It's
a better
there.
video.
Yeah, so just check out the first 30 seconds. All you need to watch. The song's awesome.
I want to see if this can work.
Oh, do it. Can you get up to it? There it is. He did it. Oh, my God. Oh,
I'm glad
it's so good. Well, it's just because if you haven't checked it out, Tim Robinson, the guy is a freaking legend. Too good for SNL. Way too good for SNL. And so he goes and does his own thing. The show is called,
I think you should leave.
thank you. And he has all these different skits, and one of them it's called The Roman Crooner. It's on his window, and he rolls it up and down, and it's the whole thing. Very funny. Big time fans will love that. This is
Nice.
what we do here on Uncle Grandma's Story Time. The hot sauce business has been coming
Yeah.
into your life more and more, eh?
Well,
Since we started promoting all of our friends in the hot sauce and barbecue biz.
yeah, so I haven't put in my order yet, but I'm going to in the morning. So hopefully have it here for the end of the week. I don't really know, but I want to get some intergalactic hot sauces. Shout out
Ooh.
Dan. I want to have a chat with those
Intergalactic hot
boys.
Sauces,
Might have
hot
them.
sauces intergalactic.
Yeah, they're from Winnipeg, and I want to hear more about what they're doing. It seems like they got a lot of great stuff on their menu. There's I think 4 sauces that I really want to try, so I'm gonna bring those in here. I've been talking a lot at home about making my own hot sauces.
Hell yeah, here we go.
My buddy Jimmy, shout out Lavagoat. He makes his own hot sauces, and I've been picking his brain. And he, just for the house, like he has a whole bunch of his own stuff, and he's very good at it. And he made like a really good like espresso ghost one that was just killer. So I've been trying to figure it out on my own. Not,
Espresso Ghost hot sauce.
yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
It
that just sounds gnarly.
yeah, it was super good. And just trying to make up more stuff. There's something about coming up with food
Creating.
ideas.
It's creating, man. It's being
Yeah.
creative, feeding that creative side of your brain,
Exactly.
getting that out.
And then
And
you got food at the end of it. It's real food.
That's the carrot on the stick.
Yeah. Oh, had some really nice carrots last night.
Man, my
Hot
next
sauce.
question was going to be, what have you been smoking lately? And it could go anywhere. Tell me.
What did we do here? Well, we
You
had
smoked a turkey.
We smoked a turkey last week, which was really nice.
Tell me you smoked those carrots. You just said you had carrots.
That's another thing. So I did make like a sauce, or you just smoked vegetables. So if you're gonna get vegetables, might as well just chuck them in the smoker too. Get your peppers in there, root vegetables,
Gotta get those roots.
stuff like that. Like pretty much, if you're gonna put it in the oven, why not do it low and slow on the smoker? It's everything. Pretty much everything. Mushrooms, like just great.
It can all be
Great
done
stuff.
right there in-house.
Everything.
Yeah.
But what's the one thing that
What was your favorite?
from the last couple weeks is the chicken hearts. I've done chicken hearts
Those were so
3
good,
times
eh?
now.
I still can't believe that chicken hearts taste like that.
I think
Mel knows what's
it
up.
was
dude.
awesome.
Mel knows what's up.
Yeah,
Because
like,
that was, like, I was expecting, oh, God,
And-
chicken heart.
and it was the day where I almost got the frog legs because they were sitting pretty
They're
much right
calling
next
you.
to each
They're
other.
calling your name.
And I need
What
to
better
do
way
more.
to what better way to stock up, than on chicken hearts and frog legs?
Yeah. It was Easter, so I was kind of looking for rabbit too, just to be
Easy
awesome
there,
about
Elmer
it.
Fudd.
But actually, my favorite
Just to
thing.
be awesome about it.
My
Well
favorite thing that I did in the last week would probably have to be these like braising like beef ribs.
Oh,
They were real cheap. I was like, I might as well grab those. I was thinking gonna throw them in the smoker, but I put them on the flat top, cooked them until the bones just kind of ripped right
yeah.
out.
I was gonna say you gotta slow cook that bad boy. Eh?
And then I really wasn't sure what we were gonna do with it because there was a whole bunch of other food. This was just
It's not a side project.
food.
The side meat, yeah, we all know about the side
And
meat.
so then I chopped up all this rib meat and then
Mm.
sauced it,
Oh,
put it back on the flat top, and then
drooling again, bro.
basically cooked it right down until like all the pieces of fat and everything were like candy and like really chewy, and like it wasn't like gristly, it was like
Why you gotta
chewy
do
like
this
candy.
to me? You're doing me dirty right now, dog.
And easiest thing ever, nachos,
Throw that right
Tostitos, queso, and I just threw all the chopped
on. Oh,
meat all over it. That was the best like 11 o'clock nachos.
dude, I'd be Garfield in that. Thing.
Ever.
It'd be gone. It'd be like lasagna.
I was like, oh, this is going to
See
be
ya.
a little bit heavy, and next thing you know, it's gone. Like,
No surprise.
wow.
there. No
I had a
surprise.
full meal, and then we all just sat there and pounded the like. You know what? That was the cheapest, best tasting, just at home crap nachos I've ever had. And like, you could just throw that stuff together. Just
Man,
who cares?
you know why I love
You got to
this?
stop eating bologna sandwiches, bro.
Well, they got to stop being so fucking good. It's not my fault. Bologna done 3 ways, so versatile. This is why I love your show, though, dude. Uncle Grandma's Storytime. It's the best show on the internet. And I'm telling you this because it turns into a food show. It turns into a music show. It's a show about friendship and so much more.
So what we're gonna do here one of these times, you have a very nice studio here,
Yes,
but
we
we
do.
obviously can't bring in the smoker, can't
Also
bring in
true.
the barbecue.
Yeah.
Can we go out and barbecue one day
Yes,
and
we can.
do this on the deck?
Hey, LB, how hard is it to set up a little camera and a couple mics out on the deck in front of the barbecue?
Just a single cam.
Easy as pie, he says.
All right, we can run some lines out there, do that one
I
time.
love this. Can we talk about some music? Any new music going on? How's the band doing?
Lots of new music.
Tell us what's
Lots of new
happening.
music happening. I'm gonna do a quick little shout out to 5 Alarm Funk. I just finished listening to the new album that's been out for quite a while, I think. Force Majeure. I think that's Force Majeure. Anyway, it is nuts. It is so well done. And like they kill it every time. All of their records sound great. Like they work with really good producer and studios and stuff. But like, I don't know. This is my favorite 5 Alarm Funk that they've put out, and I can't wait for them to travel around and come back through the prairies. Go check them out. Go check it out on wherever you find music or whatever. New 5 Alarm Funk. It's amazing.
There you go. Every Sunday, 7 p.m., be sure to check out Uncle Grandma's Story Time. It's not just telling stories about bands and friends. It's slowly turned into like a hot sauce food show, which is pretty good, as Uncle Grandma has realized a lot of his buddies and bands also have amazing food restaurants and franchises and hot sauces. So a lot of fun always going on with Uncle Grandma and his Story Time. This is the Thursday edition of your show. Hope you're having a lovely little day. We're gonna finish this off with something a little different, and I'm very excited for this. We're gonna introduce our final guest, ladies and gentlemen. You know him from Slice by Slice with Asher. It's Asher, sporting the backside board shop. Hey, I was just talking to our good buddy Mike Napper. I sent him the video. We played in Hockey Helps the Homeless together, and he lit me up like bad. He was going for a rebound and just blew up my spot. I was mic'd up, so I was like, oh, you can hear me like dying. He called me the next day. He's like, bro, are you okay? It's like, yeah, man, it's all good. But I told him I would send that to him once we put it out, and so I sent it to him and said, hey, love to see you soon. He's like, yeah, man. Backside board shot. Check them out. So cool, so fun. It's been like the go-to store for all of us cool kids for a long time. I'm sorry I'm talking to your dad instead I should be talking to you. It's just, we got all our guests in here. It's always so much fun. We have a show on the network called Slice by Slice with Asher. He is the Asher from said show, and we're doing a live 2-bite pizza review show. You ready for this, bro?
Yep.
We've never done this live before. Have you ever been on live? I don't think you have, eh?
Nope.
This is very interesting. I'm very excited for you. Do you get nerves? Do you get nervous at all?
Okay, this is from New York Den
Guess not.
Pizza.
All right. Let's see it.
And yeah, let's open it up. So it's going to be floppy, I bet you, because it's New York style.
Predicting a flop. Oh, baby. You kidding me?
That looks good. That looks really good.
Oh. Go back to the top 10 one more time. Give this pizza the respect it deserves. Look at that. Okay, we're ready.
Yeah.
Tell the people the rules, bro.
So 2 bites, everyone knows the rules. Take a bite. Look at that. That crust is weird. See this flop? Oh, yeah, it's flopping way down. Okay. Take a bite.
Oh, he's loving it. This is good. This could be a very high rating. And one from the back. Very well done. Everyone's waiting. You know it's good because he doesn't want to put it down. All right, bro. What is...
This might be the best one of them all.
I knew it. I felt that. I felt it.
That one just tastes really good.
What do you
I
like about
the
it?
New
What
York
really
style.
stands out?
That crust. Amazing. I've never seen anything like that crust. Never.
Dude, that's amazing.
But-
This makes me so happy. All right. Rate
Yeah.
that bad boy. How we feeling?
I'm going to give that one an 8.6. That's
Oh.
really high.
8.6. New York Pizza Den?
Yep.
Amazing. I know I've had this pizza before. That's why I knew you were in for a good treat. Our friends at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center, they had a client reception that I was emceeing for them. And the whole event was catered by that pizza.
That's
I
really
walked
good.
around. They were pushing the tray around. I was walking behind the tray pusher, just like reaching around to grab another one, going, grab another one, going. Hey, do you like chips? Do you like zesty pickle chips?
Oh,
Give
really?
that a go. Yeah, pull them on the top. They're so good. Top down camera? Okay, top down.
Oh.
Happy birthday!
Oh, yeah. Happy belated birthday to you.
You just made it, man. That was my present. Did you know that was in there? Did you think it was chips?
Yeah, I thought it was
That's
chips.
nice. That's 2 people now that have fallen for that. She was going to do it. Emily May was going to do it. And I was like, someone's got to do it. Don't worry about putting it back in. It takes forever. I'm always scared it's going to hurt people. Did it hit you in the face?
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt.
You're okay? Okay.
No.
Stop doing this because like all it takes is one little poke and you're in trouble. You got to stop being tempted by all the sweet little tricks out there. Oh, that's great.
Yep.
We're feeling good. We're looking good. Highest rating ever on Slice by Slice with Asher. New York Pizza Den. Be sure to check it out. And another little thing is it's always pepperoni, right? It's pepperoni
Yep.
pizza.
Every time
rule.
pepperoni.
And we always appreciate it when you bring pizzas in. We may even get a bite here if we're lucky. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Looking very, very forward to that. So now, that's the episode. You're done your show. Now you get to close out this show. Anything else going on? You want to shout out any of your buddies?
No. Actually, I'll shout out one.
There it is. Shut them up.
Give me Jackson Gimper.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Gimme Jackson Zipper? Gimper.
Gimper.
Okay. How's sports going?
It's going good. I just started up my new season, spring season, but
For
ball hockey.
ball hockey. Here we go. Is that the sport of choice?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've been golfing lots.
This is what I'm getting into. Are you as bad as your dad at golf?
No, I think I'm better.
I think you are. That's why I asked. Your dad's as bad as me. That's why I can say it. We're both horrible golfers. And we shouldn't be, because your dad and I worked together at a golf course for damn near like 7 or 8 years. It's crazy. And you think we golfed all the time, we just never got good at it. So it sounds like you're getting all the talent. Was B.A. a good golfer? Grandpa a good golfer? You know? No? So he's going to be the first one. Interesting. How you shooting?
Good.
Yeah, lots of pars and birdies?
Yeah, I would say.
Definitely not like Dad.
Oh yeah, new irons.
Now we're talking. Okay,
my
you're talking to a guy.
Oh yeah, my new set. I got. It's getting small on me, so I'm building up my set, getting new irons, getting new 3 woods, 5 woods, but driver, and yeah.
So full. Okay, I'm looking. I have the same set that my dad bought me over 25 years ago now. He said, "Son, you get one set. Make it count." And so I went and bought the Ping Zings, the irons that I still have to this day. And I got it was the one and only time that Top Flight made drivers. So like a full driver from 135. And it was all the rage. They were fresh out, and they were priced the exact same as all the TaylorMades, as all the other big ones. And the Big Berthas were around, like all these things. And I went with these Top Flight ones for some reason. I got tricked by the sales guy, paid max price, and they were horrible. And that was my one big set of clubs. So I've been playing with these clubs. The drivers didn't make it. They're gone now. And you'll appreciate this. I now use the driver that I took from the Lost and Found at the Willows. Way back. This is back when I still had rage issues, and I would load up my bag with a bunch of clubs from the Lost and Found. And whenever I get mad, I'd break them over my leg or toss them in the lake. It was a lot of fun. I ended up keeping one driver, and that's the one I still play today. And it doubles as not just a driver off the tee, but also as my 3-wood off the deck. So point is, I'm looking to get into a new set of clubs. Has it changed your game?
I haven't tried the clubs yet. I'm getting the irons re-gripped, so
Going all in.
yeah, I'm getting them re-gripped, and then they're getting back by tomorrow, so
Okay. Very
should
exciting.
test out the new irons.
Well, let me know how it goes, because I'm going to be getting some too. I need to switch it up. I've been playing at the simulator
Yeah.
with a bunch of the
same.
boys, and I've used a bunch of clubs. Actually, my buddy Pistol Pete from SCS there let me use his TaylorMades, and boy, oh boy. I didn't know when you hit a good golf shot, you're not supposed to feel it tingling on your hands. You know, that was my first sign that my clubs are probably a little bit out of date. So I'm always feeling like I'm shanking, even when I'm hitting it good. All right, we're going to play this out of here. Let's wake up Frankie there, Dragoon, and let's call this a Thursday. Whew, I'm excited to get some more of that pizza. Are we going to be able to have a bite? A little slice maybe, if we're lucky?
Yeah.
Or is it
maybe.
going home for supper? A little bit
No.
in between. We'll see. We'll divvy it up. Huge thank you to Asher with his first ever Slice by Slice with Asher live on your show. How do you think it went?
Huh?
How do you think your show went?
I think it went really good.
I thought it was good too. You
But-
did a great job.
Yeah, new record on the slice by slice.
The Slice by Slice scale. Is that what it's called? There's a name for the scale, isn't there? Yeah, we can call it
Yeah.
that. Either way, thank you to you, and thank you for making Brooksy feel good about tricking somebody with the Zesty Pickle Box. Or I guess tube. Very nice. To your dad, great to see you. I absolutely love you. You look fantastic. Dragoon on the 1s and 2s, thank you as always. Even though you did kick the absolute crap out of me on Super Smash Bros. Not too happy about that, but everything else has been good. And to Emily May, making it in today. So nice to see you. We'll get you back in here, and we'll do a little bit longer of a talk. But it's nice to just catch up and see you again. That's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with another Friday Fun Table. And now we got the freeze out. Look at that. Friday Fun Table. It won't even switch from the program. That's wild. We're just going to keep talking with this beautiful... Look how we got Asher, too. Look at the freeze on him. That is amazing. Friday Fun Table tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun, not just a clever name. Thank you so much for joining us today and each and every day. We love and appreciate you so incredibly much. And just remember, karma is so incredibly real. If you keep doing good things, they'll start happening to you, all right? If you make great pizza, you're going to get a great review. It's another great example of how that all works. So keep that in mind, and we will bid you adieu. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We're not going to leave on this. We're not going to time it out perfectly because we should probably get off. Are you upset with that picture a little bit? You think it's kind of cute? It's kind of funny,
Yeah.
eh? Okay. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. You take care.